Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. This is your Hall of Famer, Director Marlon Green, synchronizing this universe in dazzling fashion. If our leaders could have been doing a better job, trust me, they'll be doing it. Talk about today. What I want to talk about today on this session is China will win the war against United States of America, or USA. And this is my prediction based on my experiences, based on my predictions, and based on my knowledge. China will win the war against America, or USA, part one. China is compared to United States in these aspects. Spiritually awakened. China is spiritually awakened. America, or Americans, are conflicted. Conflicted means you can't never make up your mind when you're supposed to. China don't need religion to perform well. The United States tries to convert everyone. In China, they have discipline. In USA, they have no discipline and are pretty hopeless, emotional wrecks. They have accomplishments. Americans are racist. If you look at their president and you look at our president, and you can see their attitudes are totally different. And that goes a long way in prosperity of your country. They have their own media. USA media is biased. They have their own wealth. Americans are always broke. And so these are major differences and major advantages China has. I know United States has a lot of secret weaponry. And so does China. I'm quite sure it does. It does in many capacity. China will win the war against America because China is motivated. The United States uses Jim Crow laws to be motivated. They're not really motivated. China is more dependent. USA uses slave labor, special interests, and demonic influences. China respects human rights. USA among the highest country with the most human rights violations. China economy is growing. USA economies are falling apart. And an example is that when you look around, the infrastructure is raggedy. And when you consider how the money is spent is incomprehensible, and the people who actually manage the money are Luciferians. They don't care nothing about anything but money, and they have proved that they ain't shit without it. Why should we listen to them? China will win the war against America, or USA, because China has just as powerful a military. They have different weaponry that the United States didn't design or help develop. And you're not going to get any guarantees with a war against China. India has a powerful military. That's not good for America. So we have to watch out for the CIA and other spy agencies trying to make the coloreds fight. Well, we don't need white folks telling us what to do and how to run our countries anymore. Pakistan has a nuclear capability. Russia has a powerful military, nuclear capabilities. France has nuclear capabilities. Yellow Jacket protests are against nations like USA. China is an important economic ally in Africa. China builds better large-scale projects than the USA. And another thing I want to point out, the main reason why the United States was successful against their opponents in war is because they had a vast manufacturing capability, well, China has passed that. So it's not going to be like they're not going to be able to crank out weapons against the United States, even if they destroy every last one of them. That's just wishful thinking. They'll never destroy every one of them. Okay, when it comes to honor, USA has none. USA takes bribes. China rejects corruption. The USA uses religion to accomplish objectives. China does not have to use religion. The USA has demonology all throughout the culture, like on money. China does not use witchcraft on their currency or their people. China has the largest manufacturing capabilities in the world. Due to Jim Crow laws and outsource, USA has fell behind. Look what they did to the Midway Islands. China is very pissed off about that. And all China has to do is just shoot down the missiles that are surrounding their country. Because even though the Midway Islands are kind of close, China will have more than enough time to shoot down their nuclear missiles launched by the USA. And so with all of the growing tensions and all of the enemies and all of the countries of having nuclear capabilities, that's actually good for colored folks, because the white extraterrestrials and the Draco have been combining forces to get rid of all the melanated beings, get rid of all of the enlightened beings, get rid of all of the colored beings by genocide. We're not putting up with that shit no more, and we're going to sacrifice our women instead, because they've been getting over. We're going to leave our women with the masters so that they can burn each other out, because everything has been done at the African American male expense, and we are tired of that shit. And we are not going to help United States against China like they think. And we know that y'all want to try to put us in FEMA camps and try to kill us off, but that's better than fighting for a country that don't give a fuck about you. Asians stick together, Americans don't. The average African American woman will tear down their own black man for white folks. That's just how it is. We don't need them. Capitalism is not perfect. They try to act like it is, but it's not. I can tell you that. We're going to have another session about this. American goods are layered in taxes, and China isn't. Look, America have taxes on layers and layers on taxes on every product, and they still broke. Anytime you get taxes on the raw products level, that means even before the farmers plant stuff, they didn't pay taxes on stuff they didn't brought. And then once the farmer buys stuff, even his supply, even the gas has tax on it, unfair tax, and then he has to pay rent and other property tax. That's just that. And then once you have to pay a distribution tax, a manufacturing tax, and a sales tax. That's every product in America have about 5-6 layers of taxes already before its final use. They still scraping the bottom of the pot and shit all of these years later. They always trying to find other ways, try to tax us. People like Japan are able to save money. People in America aren't able to save money because every little gap, they using all of these economic formulas. They're using all of these artificial intelligences to spy and see how much they can make from exploiting you. I don't like that shit. Always broke, lazy people always got opportunity. I can't fucking stand that shit. I can't stand it. And I'm an honorably discharged veteran. I'm getting cheated everywhere, millions of dollars in the bank. That's why I asked for favor from China, because America ain't shit. Fuck America with this old racism, Jim Crow laws, thinking that they righteous and they're demons. Man, fuck that shit. That's bullshit. Logic, bullshit, reasoning it, and y'all know it. All Americans care about is money. Capitalist is not perfect. American goods are layered in taxes. China minds their own business. USA does not. China has strong infrastructure. USA does not. USA wastes their money mostly on warfare. USA does not. USA wastes their money mostly on warfare. China does not. That's a little typo. I'll fix that later. China has more people. Americans are dysfunctional. It's going to be hard to win a war. It's going to be hard to win the war when you're always broke. You see, Americans use desperation and exploiting people to accomplish their goals, like the Tuskegee Airmen. We don't need to follow these demonic entities in this country that only pretends to like its people and follow God, but really this is the most satanic country on the planet, and you can see it. There's satanic symbols, worship, and institutions all over this country, but Americans are the first ones to act like they're good and act like they're righteous when they are not. It's just ridiculous.